How has your childhood shaped up to be the leader that you are today?
My parents both came from very large families. So my father was one of 7 and my mother was one of 14.
Wow.
So I have a lot of aunts and uncles and cousins. They are both from the East Coast. They both grew up fast. They had a lot of responsibility for their siblings at an early age. That came through to me. I had a lot of expectation of independence early on. And at the time, I didn't really realize that that's what was happening. But now that I have a 21-year-old and a 17-year-old of my own, they've had a very different experience. I benefited from that in many ways, but it also, created a lot of challenges, a lot of, blind spots that I didn't know I had that I had to figure out once I became a dad.
The values have shaped up to building your team today.
Oh, yes. I mean, I worked for my father for several years. Everything I brought to the business to becoming an entrepreneur, I learned from him. All through high school and college, I had planned to be a lawyer, and I got all the way to law school at the University of Chicago before I spoke to actual lawyers who were doing what it was I thought I was, preparing for, and realized that, that wasn't for me. But part of the reason I got that far is that focus on education, the focus on trying to subordinate my ego to a solution to the problem, even if it's not my idea. That's something I learned from them that I definitely take into everything I try. I try to take it into everything I do at the firm. And I think it's something that the culture that Rafael and I have built over the last 15 years reflects that.